Hello, Cherries. Welcome to Live Cherry Sunday, Special Tuesday, episode 115. In today's video, I am going to, what am I going to do? I'm going to show you a legato exercise using Hammer Ons and Pull Offs, 3 notes per string. And if you want a really smooth sound, you want to use legato, as opposed to picking every note where you'll get a more percussive sound. And it really is incredible because, some of your favorite guitar players like Joe Satriani, Alan Holdsworth, just to name a few, really mastered the legato technique. And, if you're familiar with their playing, you know what I'm talking about when they do that really smooth hammer on and pull off technique that they do. So in just a second, I'm going to get on with the lesson, but right now I want to just say hello to my friend here, Wear Panda, in the chat. Hello, how you doing? I will put a timestamp in the show notes so that you can get right to the lesson. Let's say hello to my friend Wear Panda. How you doing out there? All right, thanks for joining me today, and this is gonna be a lot of fun. And thanks for joining me on a special Tuesday, because I usually go live on Sundays, but I was on tour for 2 weeks playing in an ABBA tribute band, which I play in a few times a year. And that was a lot of fun. We're in North Carolina and Tampa, and it really was a great couple weeks of playing. So without further ado, I will get to it. Welcome home, Alba. Yeah, it's good to be back in New York City, where it's in the 40s. It was 80 degrees in sunny Tampa, Florida, and that was very nice. Lying by the pool for a few days, so I might have gotten some color. I don't know. Scott Olson, caught you live for once. All right. Thank you very much, Scott. Give you a round of applause. Thanks for catching me live for once. That is awesome. So today we're going to do some legato, and it's really cool because it gives you that really smooth sound. It's kind of like more like a kind of a sound like this, where you're just kind of pulling off the notes instead of hitting every note. You basically instead of picking every note, you're hammering on. Okay, so I'm going to show you a really cool way to do that and to practice with it. So we'll go ahead and go over to this camera and go right here. And I'll put on a 3 note per string pattern right here. And this 3 notes per string is basically just in the key of E major, going up the scale. And then once again, an octave. Keep going. So the whole pattern's up here. E major. But the way we're going to do this is we're going to go ahead and play like this. We're going to go 3 notes at a time, right up the scale, and then starting on the next note, and then starting on the next note. We're going to ascend all the way up the 3 notes per string pattern. And then go back down. Basically, on the way down, we're basically doing pull-offs. What that means is you're pulling off one note into the other on the string. If you see my pinky here, I'm pulling off this string right here, off this note. I'm not picking it again, I'm picking the first note. And the second note, I'm just pulling off. From my pinky to my my third finger here. Okay. I guess it would be your index finger. Your third one. So if your pinky, pulling off, then I'm pulling off again from my index finger, the third finger, to the first finger. So it's all pull-offs. I'm not even picking it. So you can just... So, doing pull-offs here. So basically I'm attacking each note of the scale. And then I'm pulling off to the second note. Pull off, pull off. Attacking, pull off. Attacking note, picking note. Pull off. Attacking note. So I'm basically picking the first note, and then I'm descending with pull-offs. And you want to be real precise with the pull-offs to really strengthen your hand, your fretting hand, or your left hand, or your right hand if you're left-handed guitar player. Try to get that real... Try to get that pull-off real clean. So you want to strengthen the pull-off finger. Like this one. You want to try to strengthen that where you're actually really... Because that'll really come in handy in your playing if you could really strengthen. So if you're enjoying this video so far, please hit the like button. Subscribe to the channel, all that groovy stuff. Now, what's really important too is I have this metronome, this tuner metronome, which I just got. Check it out. It's a Peterson strobe tuner. It's a Strobe Plus HDC. I think it's the model. See it right here. It's a pretty fancy tuner, and I bought this when I was in Tampa playing because I needed a tuner that to tune up backstage before the show, and it's pretty expensive for just a backstage tuner, but it does a whole lot more. It tunes your guitar perfect because it's a strobe tuner, so it's really good as far as that goes. And you can see like the tuner part is right here, the strobe tuner. And you can hit a note. Boom. Picks up your voice. Unless you're plugged in, it'll pick up your guitar. But it has a great metronome in it, and I'll show you here. It's right there. You can start on like 70 beats per minute, and hopefully you could hear this. And I set it for like just triplet feels. I'll take one ear off so I could hear it. And you could just do quarter notes too if you have a regular metronome, where it'll be 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. Those are quarter notes. 1, 2. Since we're playing triplets on this, I figure I would just set it to a triplet feel. So, and it's only starting off real slow at 70 beats per minute. So we'll do this pattern right here at 70 beats per minute, triplet feel. But first, actually, what I didn't explain is the ascending part. You're doing more hammer-ons than pull-offs. So going up the scale, you're going... Those are all hammer-ons where I'm just hitting a note. I'm not really pulling off. Hammer-on. Picking a note. Hammer-on. Right there, see, I'm doing pull-offs right there. So ascending is more of a combination of hammer-ons and pull-offs. So let's just go right up the scale. descend. So you may think that's easy, and it actually is easy, but getting it in time is a little bit trickier than you think, because you may find yourself just being off on timing a little bit, and with the metronome you could really dial in your tempo and get your timing down really well, and then you could speed it up. This is only 70. You could just go, once you get this really clean, you could pick it up and go 75, 80, 85. So let's do this. Let's go to the next group of 3 notes per string. This one's starting on the F sharp note. So it's basically all the same notes, just a different position. This one will go starting in the F sharp, and it'll be like this. The tempo. So if you have any questions about this, let me know. Hopefully you're getting it. Hopefully you're enjoying it. If you are, please hit the like button, subscribe, all that stuff. It's just a combination of hammer-ons. I'm barely using my right hand here. Basically just on the first note of the triplets. 1, 2, 3, 2, 2, 3, 3, 2, 3, 4, 2, 3. Okay, so now we can go to the next one, where it's starting on the 3rd note, the G sharp. Let's go through this. And at the end, I'm going to show you a way to connect all 7 of these 3 notes per string patterns. We could just go up and down the neck using this legato. And I actually did make a video doing 3 notes per string. I'll put a link in the description for that so you can see that after this. All right, here we go in the 3rd position. Okay, so let's go to the 4th position, starting on the A. There's only 7 of them. So here's the 5th position, starting on B. The 6th position, starting on C sharp. Oops, hit a wrong note there. See, when you play these 3 notes per string, you really hear bad notes in there. Let's start it again. 7th position, starting on D sharp. Here you go, one more time. Now we're back to the first one again, where it's back to the 1, to the E. And when you feel comfortable with this, you can just speed it up. Like I'll go to 80. I'll go to, just go to 80 right here. There's a lot of increments. So you go to 80. So hopefully you're enjoying this. Thank you for watching. Thanks for hanging out with me here on a special Tuesday. The great thing about these patterns too is that when you're soloing up here, you can kind of use just parts of these patterns. A lot of people will take just the upper register of these when they're doing soloing. Like we're in E major, so you could play, if you're in E major, and use just up here and not have to go down, or you could actually use the lower registers. So up here you're playing in E major, starting on this position. So I basically went through all the 3 notes per string in the key of E all the way through. So a lot of people will play, just on the upper 2 strings. And what they're doing is they're basically playing the 3-note position patterns, but only on the top 2 strings, like this. Use the metronome for that as well. Where are you? Okay. All right. So we went through all the patterns. Hopefully you're enjoying this. Hit the like button if you are. And if any questions, please let me know. I want to thank you guys for hanging out with me here. Scott, Alba, War Panda, Very cool. Just play along with me if you like. And what I want to do now is I want to tie in all of these positions together. And how I want to do that is I want to do it like this. I'll show you. After I bring this back down to 70, keep it real simple so you could do it along with me here. And so I'm basically going to go through this position right here. I'm going to blend it right into the next position. But I'd run out of frets right there. All right. Thank you very much, Alba. Very sweet of you. Give you a round of applause. I'll see you soon. All right. So, and if you want a PDF of these 3 notes per string patterns so that you could actually see them at home without having to go back on the video, let me know. Just email me at info@JerryCherry. So let's go ahead and go through the patterns. Here we go. Start one more time. Actually, let me go to the other screen here so you can see this better. Here we go. All right. Cool. So hopefully you enjoyed that. And it's a really great practice. And you could do this with all the scales. You could do it with the major scale, the melodic minor scale, the harmonic minor scale, the harmonic major scale, the double harmonic major scale. And it'll really help you with your timing. And it's really a great practice. It's something I need to do more, obviously, because I messed up a couple times. So check it out. And if you're interested in this tuner, too, I put a link in the show notes about this. It's really cool. It's not just a tuner. It has, it's not just a toner. Says Arnold, right? And it's a great metronome. It gives you tones, tone generator, a timer, all kinds of stuff like that. Definitely worth it, worth the investments. And so let's see here. Hopefully you enjoyed that. Get some good practice in for the day, some metronome work. And let's see. So, I do have a guitar course called Essential Skills, and where I go, if you want to go deeper into guitar, I do fretboard memorization, and we go into the circle of fifths, and we play a lot of blues in there, because that's where your soul and feel comes from. So check that out in the show notes as well. I really appreciate that. And what else we want to talk about here today before we run? We won't go too long today. It's Tuesday. I know you're probably at lunch or something. And so, yeah, that's basically it. And, hopefully you found this helpful. You use just parts of this legato technique to pick it up, and, just use just the top string of it. I need some work on it myself. It's definitely good practice to, I'm definitely going to be doing more practice on this, especially with the metronome aspect of it. This tuner is really good too. But you vary in tune, the strobe tuner. Especially distortion. So, I think that was it. I think we covered everything here today. Thank you very much, guys, for hanging out with me, spending some time with me today on a Sunday. Actually, it's not Sunday, it's Tuesday. Out on the road for a couple weeks, and don't even know where I am right now. Isn't it weird when you travel and you're gone for just 10 days and you come back and your neighborhood seems a little strange and nothing seems the same? It's really strange. Thanks, Wear Panda. Fun lesson and kindergarten cop reference. You get some movie credit. What was that reference? I don't remember. What did I say about the reference from Kindergarten Cop? It's been a long time since. Oh! With the Arnold Schwarzenegger with the tuna. It's not just a tuna. That's good. Oh man, is that where that came from? Kindergarten Cop. That's right. I thought it might have been Terminator or something. Scott Olsen. Awesome. Thank you, Scott, for tuning in. Hopefully you found this helpful. I'm glad you caught me too. I'm happy to catch you as well. It's not a tuna. Oh, we got to use that again. Somewhere, it's not a tuna. So once again, let me know if you want PDFs of these 3 notes per string, and I'll send it over to you. Just email me at info@jerrycherry. And thank you very much for spending some time with me here on a Tuesday. I will see you again back on schedule next Sunday. If there's anything in particular you want to go over next week, let me know. I'm open to all kinds of ideas. A lot of times I kind of think of these the night before and I just kind of go with it. But if you give me a really good idea, something that's important, something that's helpful, definitely be glad to do it. So have a great rest of the day, great rest of the week. Thanks for spending some time. I'm glad to be back. I missed the last 2 Sundays because I was on the road, but we're back now for a while. So I will see you next Sunday. So remember, be cool, be kind, and be cherry. And if you want to learn more about 3 notes per string, I'll put a video right up there for you to see. 3 notes per string, major scale. Catch you guys next time. Peace.